Welcome back to Fight the Boy.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, yes, we got a special treat today. Between us today is the Felicia motherfucking O.
Woo! Coming in hot.
Number 6 on the Dirty Dozen list. On the first 12 non-Brazilian women to get their black belts. And you're number 6, you said, right?
Number 6.
Wow, that's awesome. Under John Jack Machado. I know, seriously. Let's, Professor, I'll give you some old school Chinese greeting and respect here.
He's Chinese.
She's Chinese too.
I'm Chinese.
Yeah, she's Chinese. Everyone thinks you're Korean. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because of her last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By way of the Philippines.
By the way,
Yeah.
oh, right. Chino Filipino.
Little. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Excellent. But even in a short time here, I believe Felicia knows the first rule of Fight Dub, which is everybody talks about Fight Dub. And the
Second rule of Fight Dub is
everybody talks about Fight Dub. Now that we've established the ground rules, Felicia, it's very awesome to have you. I'm so stoked that you're here. I mean, easily one of the most credible guests that we have here on our fledgling show.
Definitely the most credible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially to these bumbling fools.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Well, this is awesome.
Entertainment value.
Yeah, so walk us through a little bit of how you got into training. I want to know the story.
Your story is
behind
interesting.
it.
Absolutely.
Well, it was 1999. It was a long time ago. And there was this thing called the Y2K scare. I know a lot of the kids
Are you
don't
about to
remember
tell
this.
us you
Yes.
started training jiu-jitsu because of Y2K?
Were you afraid you're going to
Please
be
tell me
at
this
home
is why.
with no
No,
lights and
so-
a bottle of water?
No, but I hadn't really done anything where, I thought it'd be really cool to have a medal that said 2000 on it, And I wanted to do something. I hadn't done anything for a long time like that, since I was a little kid. So I decided to do the marathon with some friends, and that turned into kind of a nightmare. So if anyone was here in LA, the 2000 marathon turned into a
Shit show?
absolutely. It was lightning, thundering, the water's like a foot deep. It was pretty bad.
Ooh, not
You
good.
guys really did think the world was ending.
Yeah.
Yes, and so I got my little medal as I crossed the finish line with a friend of mine, and there was no one there because everyone had left. Everyone was like, "We're cold. It's
The world is
raining."
ending. Oh my God.
It's Armageddon. It's raining. It's cold. We're gonna go. The foil blankets are wet and cold, and they're not gonna keep us warm, so they all left.
We're herd animals.
So that didn't go so well, and then later in the year, I think it was toward October, it was the last weekend that Mount Whitney was open, and a friend that I rock climbed with, she had 4 passes to go because you had to get tickets and reserve your spot, and the 2 people that they were going to go with couldn't make it. So she and her husband, they're like, you're the only person we know that's kind of in shape that could go. And I'm like, okay. So it was like 2 weeks out, and we go up there, and on the ride up, her husband, who I met, I think once before this, was telling me about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, how it's the idea of technique, overcoming size and strength. I'm like, okay, whatever, just listening. So we get up to Lone Pine in the little motel up there. And I met him once, and I kind of knew her. And the next thing I know, he's showing me these positions on the bed. So he's showing me mount, guard, all this stuff. And I'm like, this is a little weird.
It's a little kinky, yeah. It's a little
but
forward.
it's not getting any kinkier.
Right.
And she's just kind of sitting there
Exactly, yeah.
going like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
she wasn't interested in jiu-jitsu. They had gone on the Gracie cruise and had stuff. And she's like, I'm not interested. So it didn't get any weirder. And I don't understand what fighting is without hitting or kicking people. Like, I didn't understand what that would mean. So we go on this trip, we go up, we never actually made it to the top. We got to the high camp, and then a storm came in and almost died that night. And so on the ride back, we're in the car, and I'm like, thinking the outdoors hasn't been very good to me this 2000
Yeah.
Y2K year.
Yeah.
So then I just, what was that thing you were talking about?
Jiu-jitsu.
And I was like, I didn't realize at the time, like padded room, that sounds a little safer. Padded room, people trying to kill each other with their hands.
Yeah.
That sounds safer. So the next day I went to the class, I watched it, and then signed up and went to class the next day after
What was your first class?
What?
Where was your first class?
It was a beginning class.
Who taught it?
I don't I don't actually remember if it was Silverado or Jean-Jacques. I think it might have been Jean-Jacques. And there's another guy, Silverado, who was a black belt under Jean-Jacques and also under Jean LaBelle.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of a dangerous
Judo
guy.
Jean LaBelle. Very
Yeah.
famous dude. Oh, my God.
So Silverado was Jean-Jacques' black belt who was teaching. And so for the first 6 months, 9 months, I went to Silverado's class.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I started competing 6 months in.
Did you have a jiu-jitsu dream?
Did I have a jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, like when I started rolling, about 6 months into it, I had a dream. And I swear to God, I was terrible. Obviously, at 6 months,
What do you mean that you got
I had
put
a
out?
dream. No, I had a dream.
Oh.
Like I woke
Like
up
a
in the
real
middle.
dream,
I
not-
woke up in the middle of the night, like
Not in the middle of the mat.
no, not in the middle. Like a real dream, a legitimate dream. I woke up. I was like, I was just teaching someone a triangle, and I'd never done a triangle ever at that point. But I was like, oh my God.
No, I didn't have a jiu-jitsu dream, and I really didn't know. People kind of hear. I got my black belt pretty quick in 4.5 years, and
Wow.
but it was never. It's not like I got on the mat and was like, oh, I found my sport. It wasn't like that at all. I was like arm barring the wrong arm for the first year, just like everybody else, and I think I sort of had a capacity to be okay being uncomfortable. Because jiu-jitsu was everything I feared: being close to someone touching my neck, someone choking
Smashing
me.
you,
Everything about it,
Yeah.
nothing was appealing. So I'm not exactly sure why I jumped
stuck with
in,
it.
except that it's fear, and I just go, okay, let me go do this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's
So-
fear. Let me grab it by the fucking neck and exactly. Yeah, awesome.
So, and that's how I ended up starting jiu-jitsu.
I love
Wow.
that.
Right?
That's a
I'm totally
fun
inspired.
story.
Totally fucking inspired
Yeah.
right now.
No one else will have that story. That's for sure.
Oh my God, yeah.
No one else will have those dreams, Dr. King. Jesus Christ! Over here.
I can't believe you didn't have a goddamn jiu-jitsu dream. I heard everyone's
get
got a
it.
jiu-jitsu dream.
I get it, bro. I got you.
I hear about the dreams when people get put out.
Oh, put out. Oh, like no,
When you
knocked
choked out?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm all about
drink?
this.
So was the first
Exactly.
question. I don't know.
Oh,
But they always say like,
I see that.
did you have a dream? Like people wake up and they think they're in their bedroom and then they're
Oh, wait a
like,
minute, you
what
were
the hell are
making
you
fun of me
doing?
before.
Like, what do you do in my bed? Oh, I'm in my bedroom.
Wow, awesome. Okay.
so do you have a favorite fight?
Yes.
Of mine?
past?
Yes.
Or someone
Yours,
else's?
Of somebody else's?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Just anything from
Any
the
favorite.
sport?
No.
No?
No. Favorite.
No, for a long time I couldn't remember anything.
Favorite fighter.
I mean, of course, my teacher, Jean-Jacques.
Right.
Like
Okay.
just his approach to the game and as an athlete and a competitor,
Well, what about watching some ridiculous videos that we can talk smack over?
Excellent, yeah.
The first one, all of these are going to require your expertise. But the first one...
And my intense focus.
Yes, obviously.
Yes. Absolutely.
The first one I'm very excited for.
Because I might squirrel.
But, well, Grace, bring us in. Please.